Hey everyone, my name is Amol and I lead product here at Toolkit. We've got some amazing things to show you today. The world has changed. The way you work has changed. But what hasn't changed is the tools we use, especially the ones that matter the most and that we use every day. We've spent the last 13 months rebuilding Toolkit for the intelligence age and laying the foundation for what is to become the next generation of CRM. We've redesigned Toolkit inside out to make it a true relationship operating system. So, let's take a peek at a few new things, shall we? The first thing I want to show you is relationships. Relationships give you a whole new way to connect the dots between people, households, external professionals, referrals, and companies, so that you can always see the bigger picture. First, let's go into a contact record. I'm going to click on Mr. Norman here. You'll see that every contact now has a new relationships section. I'll start by connecting his spouse, Stacy. Now let's add his kid, Anthony. Now watch what happens when I save this. Our new suggestions engine looks at the relationships already around Norman and intelligently suggests other new connections to make. Since Stacy is Norman's spouse, Toolkit suggests adding Anthony as Stacy's child too. This means I'm not manually building the same family structure 5 different times in 5 different places. If I now connect one of Norman's parents, you'll see that Toolkit suggests we add him as an in-law to Stacy and a grandparent to Anthony. So the more relationships I add, the more Toolkit helps fill in the structure around them. Before I move on, I want to show you one more thing. I'm going to create a household for Norman and his family. Now, I'll link Norman to that household as a primary client. Because Toolkit understands Norman's family, it suggests adding Stacy and Anthony here too. So I'll accept those suggestions. Now we can visualize this household using the relationship map. This gives you a family tree you can traverse through. You can see the people, their roles, how everyone connects to each other. If I click expand on any person here, Toolkit shows me the other people and relationships connected to them. Here, we can see that Norman is a second generation client and is part of another household. We built this to be an intuitive way to discover new opportunities within your network. So, the new relationships component, along with our suggestions engine and our new mapping technology, now sets the bar for how you visualize, manage, and grow your network. Next, let's talk about tasks. Task lists are one of the main ways everyone gets work done. But once work moves across multiple teammates or multiple stages, a flat list starts to feel cramped. You can see the tasks, but it's harder to see the flow. So we built a new board view. Now I can see what hasn't started, what's in progress, what's waiting on someone else, and what's done, all at a glance. And because every team works a little differently, these statuses are fully configurable. I can rename them. I can add new statuses. And I can shape the board around how my team actually works. Then, as the work moves forward, I can drag tasks from one to the other. We hope you find this much more efficient to use. Next, let's talk about the all-new Activity Center. Every client record now has a running feed of what's happened, what's changed, and what's still in motion. Here, I can see Norman's address was updated recently and a new note was created saying they bought a new house. That's useful on its own, but it's more useful in its context. I can see who on the team has changed it, when it was changed, and I can then use that as cue the next time I talk with this client. I can also see any active processes tied to Norman. In this case, it looks like we're in the middle of onboarding him. So instead of checking tasks, notes, workflows, and history one by one, I can quickly see what's happened in a few seconds. Next, I want to show you something a little different. What I'm going to do is put up a timer on the screen up over here. Here's the challenge. Go into your CRM right now and find everyone over the age of 60 who has an insurance policy that's expiring in the next 30 days. I'll do it with you. Ready? Are you ready? Go. And done. That's the new reporting engine. We rebuilt reporting so that you can ask complex questions across your CRM using plain language. You don't need to know which fields to filter, which tables to connect, and how the data is structured underneath. You just ask the question and Toolkit turns that into the report. The last thing that I want to show you today is our all new document management system. A lot of you have client documents scattered across different systems. Tax returns could be in one place, financial plans could be somewhere else, forms could be in SharePoint, maybe a few things in Google Drive, and then a file someone swears it's definitely in OneDrive, right? We wanted to build one singular interface that you can use to store files and folders natively and retrieve them easily. You can access this by heading over to any contact or household and clicking on the Docs button, or by going directly to the Docs Center from the top navigation. You get unlimited storage included with your subscription, and the data is encrypted end-to-end. So instead of treating documents as a separate system you have to bolt on, Toolkit now gives you a proper home inside the workspace where the client relationship is already managed to store their related files. And that brings this event to an end. There's a lot more things included in this release that I didn't cover here. We're getting this release ready to go out in the next 30 days. This is only the beginning. We have more features in the pipeline that's coming in our July release as well, including Atlas, the world's first AI teammate for financial advisors. Toolkit is the only operating system in the world to help you build meaningful client relationships effortlessly. That is, and always will be, our mission. Thanks for joining us. Catch you in the next one.